Hey everybody, this is Tad Hill, your co-host for Retire with Freedom, the show that helps you plan the retirement that you want. I am here with my co-hosts, my lovely wife Tony and our daughter Tyler.
Hello.
We're all advisors here at Freedom Financial. So let's just jump right in. Investing like a genius. So the old saying goes, smart people learn from their own mistakes. Geniuses learn from the mistakes of others. So let's look at some of the regrets that we hear from people who wish they'd done things differently as in the lead up to retirement. And, one of the things we talk about in the retirement course that we do, which, by the way, for you guys out there, I really encourage you to come to our retirement course. We only do it about once every 4 or 5 weeks. We do it right here in our office on Valleydale Road, 2057 Valleydale, right off of 65. But it's a 2.5-hour deep dive into all things retirement planning. And it's really the forum that gives us the greatest flexibility to be able to go into a level of detail that's hard to do on the radio. It's hard to do on our TV show, which, if you're not aware, we do a TV show in Birmingham on Saturdays, CBS 42 at 11 a.m. and Sundays, Fox 6 at 10:30 a.m. But one of the things that we do in the course is we go into all of the things that you need to be thinking about. And so we're going to talk about some of those here. But if you want to sign up for the next course, either call or text us at 205-988-0006. 205-988-0006. That's 988-0006. If you're not in Birmingham, the show is all throughout the state. We do have a lot of people drive in from other cities to come, because I do think it has a benefit to doing it live. But we also have ways to get you the content without you physically coming here. So call us or text us, 205-988-0006. So let's talk about some of the regrets that we hear. And here's the point. Let's learn from other people's mistakes instead of having to learn from our own experience. Like, you can learn things from experience, but that is the hardest, most expensive way to do it, right? It's the one that causes the most pain. So let's learn from other people's experience. So one that we see, and Tony, I think somehow you must attract this, because you seem to have this happen more often. I just have heard you give anecdotal stories of this, that folks come see us, and a lot of times, we'll hear, hey, I've been listening to your show forever, and so I'm retiring in a couple of months, and I thought it was time to come see you.
Yeah.
And I've already turned in my notice, and what's done is done. Or even worse, I thought I had a few more years and I just got right-sized. Yeah. I love how they use these terms to try and make it sound like it's something good. We right-sized. So let's talk about people that retire too early, either because they're just sick of working and it's like, hey, don't bother me with the facts. I just want to retire and we'll make it work. Or something happens beyond their control and they retire too early because of that.
Yeah, I mean, some people volunteer prematurely, either voluntarily or involuntarily. So, a lot of times when people do come in, there's a sense of maybe their own urgency, or something has happened at work where they had layoffs or something like that. And that's when we really kind of get into more like a little bit more of a hustle mode there, because Tom is no longer on our side unless someone could come in and say, I would love to retire by the end of the year or whatever. Can we look at some numbers and really let's look at the facts and see if it's true, and if it's not, I mean, a lot of times it is okay, everything's okay, but we do need to figure out what is okay and how is okay and what's reasonable to expect, because going into retirement without a plan leaves you with a lot of questions in your mind and a lot of unease, really, because you don't know what to expect. I mean, the whole time you've been kind of an adult, you've been working and earning a paycheck, and that's how you've been surviving and paying for your lifestyle. But when those paychecks go away, now it's time to figure out, all right, here's what we've got. Here's all of our resources. This is our pile of money or whatever we've saved, and we've got to make this last as long as we do. And we don't know how long that may or may not be. We have no idea. And then even after that, they're no longer here. What happens to our family? Are they well taken care of? Did we do enough for not just ourselves, but also the family and the people we're going to leave behind? I mean, there's a lot of things and decisions to be made around that as well. So, yeah, we do see that a lot. I don't know if I'm the only one that sees that.
Or we say this in the course that we teach, but for you that's listening, unless you're a retirement planner is your vocation, your retirement is the first one you've ever planned. Yeah. And so when we're doing something for the first time, are we normally our best at it? I mean, we're not trying to get it wrong. We just don't know all the answers to our questions. We don't even know what questions we should be asking. So when we're kind of bringing it back to the old saying of smart people learn from their mistakes, that's true if you have time on your side or you're not on a finite amount of resources.
You get a few do-overs.
Yeah. You have the ability to do it again if you get it wrong. Yeah.
I'll be able to redo that. But once the paycheck stops, that alone is very unsettling for people. And we can't afford to get it wrong because there's sometimes if we take Social Security too early, or we are spending too much in the first 10 years of retirement, or we're too overly exposed to market corrections, that right there could be the difference between your plan working and you running out of money.
So the lesson here is that if you are less than 10 years away from retirement, it's time to get a plan in place. And we've gotten more and more emphatic about this over the years, because I think used to we would gently say to folks, hey, we're not trying to alarm you, but you might want to come in and see us or go see somebody that's a retirement planner, whether it's us or not, but get a plan in place. And we've just seen so much carnage, frankly, from people that are waiting too long. That we've just gotten more and more emphatic. If you're less than 10 years away, it's time to get a plan in place. If you're less than 5 years away, it's past time to get a retirement plan in place. And here's the thing. You don't want to think that you're 6 or 7 years away only to wake up and find out it's today, because this is, again, I want to encourage you that almost everyone can put a plan in place that will work. Now, sometimes there are some things that have to take place. You may have to spend less, you may have to do a few things on your part, but I don't know that I've ever seen a situation that we couldn't make work. But you don't want to have a plan that's like, okay, we're shoehorning it in there. Right. I mean, the more runway that we have, the more time that we have before you're going to retire.
And there's more options and opportunities.
The more options and opportunities are available to you, the more strategies that we can employ that will take less money, will get you where you want to go easier. So if you've got retirement coming up in less than a decade, certainly less than 5 years, I strongly encourage you to give us a call, come to one of our courses, come sit down for a visit, let us look at all your stuff and just give you some real feedback about where you stand. And if you want to come to our course, that's a great place to start. If you want to come in for a visit, then come to the course later, or vice versa. Our course and our in-person visits are a 1-2 punch of how to help you get your arms around retirement and ensure that you've thought through everything. So the way to do that is to call or text us at 205-988-0006, 205-988-0006. We do focus on helping people with $500,000 or more plan for their retirement. But if you want to take advantage of this offer, just give us a call or a text, 205-988-0006. Now, one thing about texting us, we have a lot of rules in our industry. So if you text us and we reply to you saying, hey, is it okay for us to communicate with you here? You have to respond with the word accept. You can't say, yes, it's fine. You can't say no problem.
Or thumbs up.
Or thumbs up. You can't give us a thumbs up. And listen, there are a lot of crazy rules in our industry, but they're designed to protect you, right? So people that are licensed like we are, we have a lot of rules that we have to follow, and all of those rules are designed to protect you, which is a good thing. So I'm just letting you know, if you text us and you think you hadn't heard back from us, it might be because you responded with something other than the word accept. So that's our compliant way of doing that. So.
And one of the things I wanted to bring up here about when we're talking about people that are, retiring without a plan or doing it very late in the process of the retirement process. Todd, you use this analogy a lot, but it's really just not having a plan. Also, even if you do retire and you do it anyway, or you're stuck with it anyway, who wants to live a life where you're not? I mean, like our show's called Retire with Freedom. Do you want to retire without freedom? I mean, do you not want to be free to do the things you want to do? Do you want to not know exactly, have the freedom to understand what's going on? And use this analogy a lot. You're like, what if we're in this room right now and then it's sealed off airtight and there's no more oxygen going to come in this room? Well, that's kind of like your check. When you quit working, this is all the money you're going to have right now. We've got to let it last as long as you're going to live. So if this room becomes vacuum sealed and there's no more oxygen except for what we're breathing right now, we're going to take a lot less breaths. We're going to be nervous about every breath we take. We're going to be looking at each other going, wait a minute, are you breathing too much over there, Tyler? That's some of my oxygen you're breathing. I mean, so that's the point. That's what it feels like when people retire and they don't have a plan and they're constantly in fear they're going to run out of money. Can I buy this beach house, or is that going to put us in jeopardy? Or can we go on this trip? Can I actually go on this trip and help the kids pay for it? I mean, or have, like to host them there. Well, all those kinds of things. I mean, there's all those things that you may be able to do, but you can't do it confidently.
Well, and don't y'all find that, again, everyone's situation is different, but the vast majority of people that we help, we're able to help them accomplish.
You can breathe air.
Most of those things.
You got plenty of oxygen.
We can't, again, some of the things we have to be careful about is we're not promising anybody anything. Everybody's circumstances are different. I don't want to sound like we're saying, okay, yeah, come see us and all your troubles, or put all your troubles in the old kit bag. What's that song?
I have no idea.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
But anyway, my point is, don't y'all find that very frequently we're able to help people accomplish those things that matter to them the most? You can get the lake house, you can get the beach house, you can go on trips with your family. Now, you may not be able to buy the $4 billion beach house. Maybe it's something that might not have been what you intended, and maybe you can't do it at all. But don't you want to know the answer?
Absolutely. Yes.
Don't you want to know the answer and not just head off down some road that isn't where you should be going?
Right.
So give us a call. Come to one of our courses. Come sit down with us. 205-988-0006. 205-988-0006. That's 988-0006.
Insurance products are offered through the insurance business Freedom Financial Group. Freedom Financial Group is also an investment advisory practice that offers products and services through AE Wealth Management LLC, AEWM, a registered investment advisor. AEWM does not offer insurance products. The insurance products offered by Freedom Financial Group are not subject to investment advisor requirements. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing carrier. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet the particular needs of an individual's situation. Freedom Financial Group is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during the show shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein provided by third parties have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by Freedom Financial Group.